Hello friends, welcome to Best of Guru. Today we have in our we have Mr. Raghavendra Satish Peri with us, who is already a blogger and he is a well known already in terms of social media. I'll just brief about him. He is a accessibility evangelist, search and social media consultant, speaker and entrepreneur, trainer in terms of, and again a author at digital11y.com. Yes, Raghava, did I miss anything or you want to share anything with the viewers?
Hey guys, it's good to be here with all of you. How are you all?
Yes, thank you, Raghava, for joining us in this call today. So, just wanted to let people know about how you are facing your life challenges in terms of your disability and the day-to-day work. Just wanted to let people know about yourself. So, this is the main concept of Best of Guru for today. So, I'll not take much time, Raghava. We'll just have your description to the viewers. Can you please let us know in your words about yourself to them?
So, hey everyone. So, as Somya said, my name is Raghavendra Satish Peri. In short, everyone calls me Raghava. I'm an accessibility evangelist. I do search and SEO and social media consulting. I do a lot of blogging. I do a bit of writing also. I'm working on a book. I run a couple of blogs as an online marketer, for passive income. Apart from this, I run a community called Hello 11Y to enable accessibility in the Indian community, and we are very strong. We have done a event last month, and we are planning some more meetups and events going forward for that. So this is in short about me. Earlier, I have been doing a lot of marathon running and all that at personal level. From the professional side, last 12, 11 years I've been working. So I've worked with companies like IBM India, and right now I work with a company called DQ Software. So at all these places, what I do is accessibility. And when I say accessibility, I make digital products accessible for the disability communities. Now, you might ask me to elaborate more about what is accessibility. We'll come to that. So I'm a person with visual disability myself. I'm blind. I'm not born blind. I became blind at the age of 26. But before that, I've been losing my eyesight for a while. Like I've been losing my eyesight since the age of 8. And at the age of 14, doctors told that, I'll lose my complete eyesight within few months. But, it took like couple of years. I've been a low vision person for a very long time, managing my life with whatever eyesight that is left.
This is
So
very sad
yeah.
to hear about the things. Yeah, Raghava. So you want to tell viewers about how you became the disability in more elaborate or and any of the challenges you faced at the time of.
School life has been very difficult because I'm a child who is very slow in learning. So everyone thought I was putting my eyesight as an excuse that I'm not able to read and write. So teachers and other students did not realize that I'm going blind. So that took a lot of time. It took a while, for doctors also to identify, because it was very challenging as a slow learner, slow child. I was not able to tell to the doctor that I can't see. So they were not able to identify the real diagnosis for a very long time. But when they identified, I was already 80% blind. So it's been challenging there in the school time. But in 10th standard, they identified that I'm going blind, and they helped me with the assistive technology tools like magnifying glasses and all that. Then I passed 10th standard. Then from there I went to +1, +2. I passed that also with help of friends. Then I did my bachelor's in commerce. Normally, when I went for my admission also, they said, why you want to join commerce? Why don't you do bachelor's in arts? It's more easy if you're blind. I said, no, I want to do bachelor's in commerce because that has more value and, outlook. So then it was very challenging, but my friends helped me, because after the first year of bachelor's, I lost considerable amount of eyesight. So there are a couple of my friends who helped me, during that time, because we were not aware of all these audio books, recording, and how do you record accountancy, so that is very difficult. You can record theory, but when you have like 6-7 subjects of accountancy, it's difficult. So my friends helped me with that. With the help of scribes, I wrote my exams. And academically, to be frank, I'm not a very great student. Like I'm like an average guy. My heart is always on the other things in life. So
Other things. Can I know like what is other things, Raghava?
as I said, I do a lot of other things. So I've been a computer enthusiast for a long time, technology enthusiast. So like we got our first computer at home in 2004.
Okay.
So at that time, I was busy playing Road Rash for a year in 2000 till 2005, and 2006 I was in my final year of bachelor's. So that is when we had something called campus placements, where a lot of corporate companies came to our college and they are interviewing students for the job. What happened is like I was not given any job. I was able to crack couple of interviews, like initial rounds, round one, round two, round three, and I've been vocal about my disability. And I told that I'm a low vision person. I use this magnifying glass, or we have something called screen readers to work with computers.
So you mean because of this disability, in the campus selections you didn't get any job?
Yes. So I gave like close to 8-9 interviews.
Oh.
So in campus.
Mm-hmm.
So none of them gave me any job, and this was, most of these were like in the final rounds of the interview, where they need to decide if I'm. So it was like very disturbing for me. Okay. And one day when I went to a friend's place, and he is working, he's designing a website.
Okay.
He was working. He's not even designing a website. He's trying to find a good domain name for his website. I said, "What do you do with a domain name?" He said, "We'll put a website." Then I asked him, "What do you do with the website?" He says, "You'll get a lot of money from Google AdSense."
Oh, okay.
And I came home. Then I opened Google. And I said, what is a domain name? What is, web design? Then I said, okay, there is a software called Microsoft Front Page. Okay, there is something called Dreamweaver. Then, then I used to hang out with that friend very long, always then.
Okay.
We were spending hours and hours a day in a room, me and couple of other friends, because theoretically I was learning a lot from them while they were doing the work.
Which means like
so I used to come home and practice that.
Oh, good. Okay.
Digital marketing, I was not doing digital marketing then. It was just web designing and logo designing.
So we can call this would be your first job or something?
Yeah, because I used to create, what I did is like, once I understood how theoretically everything works, I used to come home, practice it. Then I started making web templates and started selling them.
Okay. And if you don't mind, can I ask you one question, Raghava? Like, what was your first income in terms of like web designing?
In first, I think about $50.
Okay. So you still remember that one?
Yeah, because it was like gold. Because I sold 2 web templates and 1 logo. Those sites are no more on the web. I recently also went and checked it. Like, okay, someone else bought them. But those days it was easy, because everyone was looking for a website in 2006, and it was like, okay. Then I got very hung up with this friend, and he said, instead of you selling websites, why don't you create your own website and have a Google AdSense approval? And I said, okay, for that you need to have a lot of content. So I don't know how to do that. So I started a Blogspot blog first. Then I started writing on that Blogspot blog, and then we got my AdSense approval. Then from there, I worked on, 2007, I finished my graduation. And I lost
this was like everything before your graduation only.
Yes. 2007, I finished my graduation, and I lost little more eyesight. And when I created this Blogspot blog, and I asked my friend, why no one is coming to my blog? And he said, you need to do SEO. Search engine optimization. And I said, what is SEO? I came home, then I said, what is SEO? Then I said, okay, this, okay, I need to learn on-page optimization, off-page optimization, technical SEO, this, that. I'm like, okay, this is taking time. And that is when I lost little of my eyesight. And what happened is like, I moved to Bangalore during that time, because I heard about this NGO called Enable India. It's run by Shanti Raghavan, and they help people with disability in training of screen readers. So basically, screen reader is the software you install on your computer, and it will enable your computer to talk. Okay. So for Windows, there are 2 screen readers, JAWS and NVDA. Okay. And to learn that, I went there, and I did employment training also there. And that is during that period I was learning about SEO and I was implementing. And
Mhm.
these web templates that I sold for a couple of my clients, they needed SEO.
Oh.
So I was selling that service to them then.
Oh, okay. So from like web designing and then SEO, and then you learned few of the assistive technology, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can
Assistive
you please
technologies. And
brief what exactly is the assistive technology?
assistive technologies can be anything, like, people with different disabilities use different assistive technology. Now, assistive means help, like it is helping you in one way. Like
Okay.
I'm a blind person. For me to go through the computer or mobile phone, it needs to be enabled to talk. So basically,
Correct.
I'll show it on my phone right now.
Yeah,
You'll
that
be
will be
able to
really
hear.
great if you can just show a demo to the people.
70%, 65, 60%.
So
Safari. Messages. 16 on red. Safari. Safari. Format options. Button. Show web page formatting options. Reader available. Once you have watched the video below, I guarantee. Updated on October 15th. Matthew Woodward. Link. Author.
So the
Show
mobile
bookmarks.
is reading
Tabs.
something.
Button.
yes,
Tabs. Button.
Mhm.
so I'm opening the tabs.
Blog. Maxability. About Bullet Digital Challenger. Button. Format options. Button. Reader available. Reader available. Personal story. Heading left. Raghav speaking at an event. Image. Ansia Consulting. He has been building websites and doing digital marketing trainings. Visit it. Ansia
So this is
Consulting.
my
He has
one
been
of my
building websites
website,
and doing SIA Consulting.
and you can see that I'm able to read.
Sirisha Perry. Sirisha Perry. Accept. Button.
So someone is calling me.
Mhm.
Message. Button. Decline. Button.
Okay.
My personal story. Heading level 2. I was 19 when I started looking. It was during one of those days that I stumbled into the world of web marketing by chance. I was at a friend's place and saw him designing websites. When you have leaps and jumps, life gives you a stoppage. This was what I realized after 2 years of my venture into web designing. By 2008, I lost a considerable amount of my eyesight, and this provided that stoppage to the dream of web designing.
So whatever story you have heard just now, it's there as part of bio on my website.
Okay, so the same is your mobile is helping you out in reading
Yeah,
everything.
it's reading it out.
So which means like everything, whatever you try to open, it will read, right?
Yeah, but it should be made accessible. So that is where
Okay.
accessibility comes into the picture.
Yeah, that was my next question. So present, what are you doing, Raghava? Apart from your web designing, SEO, online marketing, and what
So
is your
I
full
work full
time?
time. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I work full time with DQ Software as an accessibility evangelist.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do here is, like, I help Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 companies make all
Mm-hmm.
these digital products accessible. Like, you have a mobile app, you have a website, or you have a banking application, insurance. It can be anything. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now while designing or while creating any of the application, you use a certain technology.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SharePoint, or any like if you're creating iOS mobile apps, it can be Swift. So there are certain guidelines and standards that are formed by World Wide Web Consortium on how to make these all apps accessible for the people with disability.
Okay.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
called WCAG, Web Content Accessibility Guidelines,
Mm-hmm.
and we test all these applications and websites according to those guidelines
Mm-hmm.
and identify if there are any bugs, and we report them, and we work with developers. We
Mm-hmm.
consult we help them fix these bugs also.
Okay.
So this is what I do as an accessibility specialist.
Okay. So, okay. And anything like I just wanted to ask accessibility consultant, and then anything else you are also doing up being an accessibility consultant, or I heard like many of your websites and the Facebook, even you are a speaker also.
Yes, so I speak at events on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Like in last 10 years, I did more than 80 talks across like
Mm-hmm. So
four
speaking on
countries.
what exactly, Raghava?
So I do motivational talks. I do talks on digital marketing. I do talks on accessibility.
Wow, good. Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
I spoke at like crowds ranging from 10 people to 5,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to learn how to be a professional speaker as of now.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So I'm taking personal training and coaching from a mentor right now.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, I'm doing bit of creative writing classes also right now. Because I haven't I've been working on a book for a while, but I just thought I need a personal trainer and coach
Okay.
to help me with my writing. So I recently last month I joined writing classes.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
But even though, see, I've been writing blogging for about 14 years now. So
Mm-hmm.
like I've been blogging on raghava.in. That's my personal blog where I do a lot of ranting and where I do a lot of personal storytelling. That particular blog has got me a lot of traction in the blogger community. Like I was part of the indie blogger events. I spoke at some of those events. I met a lot of other bloggers in Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi, Pune. And
Tell you how
then
many blogs you are maintaining, Raghava?
as of now, so what I can share publicly is three. One is
Publicly with so okay, you are some other else also. Okay.
no. So the thing is, I also own a couple of blogs as a joint venture with a couple of friends in the health space, in the fitness. So
Okay.
there are other things that I'm working on as an affiliate marketer right now. I'm trying to get back into the game because last 2 years, due to health challenges, I did not do any SEO or any kind of consulting or maintain my own blogs. So what I did is, like, in last 2 years, I exclusively worked on my I started an accessibility blog.
Okay.
Accessibility blog address is digitala11y.com, digital a11y.com. And we grew the traffic. Like I was able to put like close to right now, I think there are about 102 or 103 blog posts on it. And the June traffic is like 17,000 visitors.
Wow, that is really good.
And we grew it from like 200 visits. Say, like the blog is very old. Like I bought the domain, I installed WordPress on it in 2014. Till 2018, it hardly used to get 1,000 visits a year. So since 2018, I exclusively worked on that blog because I had little time. I was doing bit of this and that. So I just thought, okay, I'll sharpen my SEO skills and see.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time learning content marketing, what content works, what content doesn't work. So I put all those learnings on this blog, and now we are like, from like last year we got like 80,000 visits for the whole year. And we are in the 6th month. It's just from Jan to June. Now I'm already 80,000 crossed.
Oh, good.
So I'm hoping that I'll touch like 150,000 or 2 lakh visits this year on that blog.
Yeah, hope so. We also bless you that you should cross whatever you are expecting. Raghav, like, you were telling in between, like you had some health issues since 2 years or something.
Yeah, I have chronic health challenges which require me, constant medical attention. I just went for a regular health checkup, and there was abnormalities in my organ that was found because I was going for a Euro tour actually to speak at a couple of events, and that is when all this has come up because I was not able to eat properly. It's been a roller coaster. I would say, it's been a little stressful initially, but I think I'm coping up very well with what, others do.
So what motivates you, Raghava? Normally, like, being disabled and then few of the health issues and regular working, blogging, training, and now again you are taking few of that training like the English or classes or something. So what motivates you over all this?
I would say, you should be enthusiastic about life, which I think I got a lot of this enthusiasm and interest towards life from my parents and my sister. They have been the pillars of support all through my life. Like my sister, especially Sirisha, I think you also know her personally. So she supports me in everything. I like yesterday I was not well because I went for my dialysis. I came back and I was not well yesterday evening. I had a headache. I did not speak to my sister. And today morning we spoke. She's like, out of 365 days, there'll be mostly like 5 days in a year that we might not speak.
Oh.
Otherwise, we speak every day. So we are that close. And some people think we are twins because we can look at each other and tell what's happening in each other's mind sometimes.
Wow, this is really good.
So she's 2 years elder to me. She lives in London. But, we are so close and bound together that, we just can't bear, without talking to each other, without being with each other. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I do understand. Yes. One other question, like, like what do you mean in terms of your words, diversity and inclusion?
As you heard my journey, a lot of these corporates have something called corporate social responsibility or a diversity wing. This was there even 13, 14 years back also during my campus placements. But during that time, diversity means, hiring women.
Okay.
And what I realized is even today, a lot of corporates talk about diversity means hiring women.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, and now the dialogue is little changing. They don't call it diversity. They call it diversity and inclusion. That
Correct.
means they want to hire people with disabilities.
Okay.
Okay, now for me, inclusion is not about hiring people with disabilities or hiring women or hiring people from disadvantaged backgrounds or any of these things.
Mm-hmm.
It is about providing the right environment for these people.
Oh,
Let's just
correct.
take the example in my own case. Okay, when I
Mm-hmm.
told my management I need support, in doing this,
Mm-hmm.
they said without blinking an eye, they said yes, we'll support you in any way you want,
Mm-hmm.
and they created the right environment.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
even before all the COVID-19 lockdown and all, I was working from home like
Mm-hmm.
most of the time in last 2 years.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay. Mm-hmm.
it is just the providing the right environment is called inclusion. So
Correct.
that is what is mine. So
Okay.
if you want to hire people with disabilities, then you need to think just not people with disabilities. In that case, any person, they
Mm-hmm.
might need some special help or any need at any point of their career. So if you can
Mm-hmm.
support as an employee, the employee as an employer, that
Okay.
will become
Yes.
more productive for both ways. It's a win-win situation for both of them.
Yeah, correct. If employee is happier,
Because
then the employer will
hmm,
automatically be happy. That's correct.
not only
Yes.
that, because there's a lot of talent pool out there. Because there are a lot of
Correct.
people who just can't
Yeah, the
travel to
productivity
office,
will be increasing.
spend 8 hours in a cubicle and come back home.
Correct. I do
They need
agree. Yes.
flexible working hours.
Yes, correct. So finally, Raghava, would you like to tell us anything to our viewers, like about your how you overcame your life journey and your success story, or anyone like behind every of your stories?
So I would just say, conclusion, me and my father, we keep often talking about this, there will be always a lot of problems. There will be problems in life. See, problems doesn't bog us down, okay? Neither
Correct.
me, my sister, or my parents. We always try to find solutions for them. There will be a problem. Show me one person who doesn't have any problem in his life other than yogis.
Yeah, that's correct. So
Uh,
parents are the
so we,
more
we
one
we
who
always have
supports.
problem. We always have challenges. The only thing
Mm-hmm.
is how you're going to overcome that challenge. What is the solution? What is the next
Correct.
step? We
Mm.
need to look forward, and we all have to live happily. Yeah, come on, aram se.
Yeah, as
So Soumya knows me personally for a while, and if you ask her, I'm like the most happiest person who thinks about food, where to party.
yes, about your foodie. Yeah, I like, yes. How often you will be socially or media, Raghava?
I spend a lot of time on the online social media. I'm always there. But if you offline, it depends on my mood. But
Hmm.
in a week, at least I want to go out once. I'm a very big, so people who all meet me, they think I'm an extrovert, but I'm a very big introvert. I'd like to spend time alone, read
Hmm.
books. Like I read almost every week one book, or at least one book in 2 weeks. Then I'm not someone who watches Amazon, Netflix and all. But
Okay.
I'm trying to get there, because the other day I was sitting with my brother and he says, "You're ancient, old generation." And he's just like 14 years younger to me. I'm like, maybe, because it's not the
Mm-hmm.
same music which we both listen. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
he says, let's watch some series on Amazon. I said,
I
chalo book
really
padhte
wonder, like, you do lot of things and you will be active on social media and other things. I don't know how you are getting your 24 hours of time in doing all these things. This is
see
something really surprising.
see, we all have time. It's how we manage our time, because I have two pets at home. I have two dogs which with
Okay.
whom I
Oh,
play,
wow.
and
Mm-hmm.
I spend time with family. It's about how you manage time. A lot of my social media is automated. You have tools for that. A lot of my meetings are planned with family, friends, everything.
Mm-hmm.
At least I try to be a little disciplined.
Oh, disciplined. Okay, good.
It's like that, I don't have a plan for the day. I have plan, like I get up, I know I
Mm-hmm.
need to send these emails personally, professionally, these things I need to do. I have these meetings. Okay, done.
Mm-hmm.
This work done. Then I do whatever I need to do. And when it comes to blogging, I spend like, it takes me like 2 hours to write one blog post, 2 to 3 hours. Right now, I like on raghava.in, I write very little because a lot of my writing has been personal lately.
Mm-hmm.
And Digital Challenger, that is my digital marketing blog. I
Mm-hmm.
just revived it like last week. The blog is dead for about 7 years. The website is dead for almost 8 years. So I used to do a lot of digital marketing trainings earlier. So 7 8 years it is like dormant. So I just revived it last week. And digital LNY, it's been, as I told, getting a lot of visits. So we are working on the next content plan. And one more thing I want to mention is, see, you can't do everything alone. You need to have people. See, my success and my mantra is, take people along. They'll come along with you. You will go along. It's not always you alone trying to move forward, because no one makes it alone. So if you like, there's this book called Outliers. If you read that book, it's like, in that book, the author says, Gladwell says, not rock stars, film stars, world-class athletes, or a billionaire. No one never makes it alone. They need help along, and they get help along. So you need to find people, like-minded people, partner with them. Like I have a friend who does editing for my blog posts. So like for Hello 11Y event, all the social media is managed by a student.
Oh, good.
Till date, he never opened Twitter and tweeted personally. So I taught him how to use Twitter. Okay. And he live tweeted the whole event.
Wow.
And we were like the top second person to tweet so many tweets for that particular Global Accessibility Awareness Day.
Wow, this is really amazing.
So now, we have, like, now I made a committee of organizing committee for the events. So you need to find people, like-minded people, maybe, partner, move along. That is how you grow.
So the people around us only are the strength which you would.
Yeah, they are your strength. They are your friends. They'll be there when you need them.
Correct.
They are your support.
Really true. Yep. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank
it was
you.
really nice talking to you, Raghava. Like, you share a lot of things like disability people, how they can overcome with the challenges, and the life about the accessibility. And we learn digital marketing, web designing, lot of things. And reading makes men everything the perfect, which we came to know about your interview for today. Thank you so much for joining in this interview. Thank you, Raghava.
Thank you very much, Soumya. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.